Just let me know when you're ready. You're ready, right?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'll just give you a countdown.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Land of Illusion. It's a sequel to Castle of Illusion for Master System. And it's the longest classic game in the series. Even longer than the Genesis games. And it's heavily focused on movement. Not a whole lot of tech, but there is a major skip, and some very minor movement tech. This swimming stuff is a little awkward because you gotta jump out of the water to go fast. And there's an interim stage, so when you're swimming, and then you hit the top of the water, and then you gotta jump back out. It's kind of annoying. Unfortunately, we can't really skip these whirlpools in the water here. But as long as you don't get swept away by one, you're fine. Alright, so we're gonna go rescue Horsecollar here. It's kind of filled with a bunch of Disney characters. The story is that Mickey falls asleep reading a fantasy book and kind of has this dream. Or is it a dream, or is it just an illusion? I don't know. Quick little damage boost here to avoid waiting for that platform to come back up. And I am going to go out of my way, just for a bit, to get some extra health that isn't strictly necessary at this point, but lots of runs would die if we don't get that. And this part is random, so there could be enemies popping up all over the place here. I never know quite what this room is going to give me. Alright, first boss. It's pretty easy, straightforward, as most of them are. You just have to wait for it to start moving. If he's not moving, then your hits don't really register. Got them all. So, Horus is going to thank me for rescuing him, and he's going to tell me that there's a magic potion that I need in order to get through the next level. And in order to get the potion, I have to go to the castle ruins, which means I have to go back to another exit in the lake. Now that the lake has been dammed up again, I can actually go to this exit here. And then to the castle ruins. So the potion I need is going to shrink me. So I can go between shrunk Mickey and normal size Mickey. And I need to shrink to get through a path in the next level. And we tried to sequence break it, but you can't. This is the most annoying auto-scroller I've ever had in a speedrun. It's kind of clever. There's all these buttons you'll see on the floor, and what they do is they reverse the direction of the scrolling. And we're gonna need that in a second here. So basically to the left there's a locked door, and I need to grab the key, which is all the way to the right. And then I hit these buttons and I make my way back left. And then there's slowdown as well. I'm just taking it nice and easy on this auto-scroller, because you can actually despawn the key if you're not careful. Alright, boss time. So this boss depends on where he is in the screen, which half of the screen he's on, and he just flies in the other direction. It's not too bad. He's gonna come right, I think. Oh, damn. When he's in the middle, it's kind of hard to tell. Yep. I didn't want to get damaged too much there, but... now I can shrink. And if you see me shrink before I enter a door, it's because, you can shrink and enter the door at the same time, and you skip most of the animation.
Kinda just teabagged the ghost there a little.
Well, Mickey is a jerk. Oop. That's not good. Alright. Normally I would just go right through that guy, but not with 1 health, unfortunately. You can actually kill him without taking damage while you're in that little one block high section, but it's not consistent. There's really not much to say about this level. It's very straightforward. Other than the slowdown that there is, but... Alright, so coming up there's a section where I'm supposed to grab this barrel here and then put it on this switch and then walk through the door, but I can just walk through the door instead. Because that's easier. You can actually do it when you're big, but it's harder.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I'm 12 as well, so... Now let's see if I can get this key duplication glitch here. Probably not, but you never know. Oh, I got it. The key is usually supposed to disappear, and in that middle door there, you're supposed to grab a barrel and put it down on that switch, but I managed to get the key to stay spawned. Which means I didn't have to go through the door, grab the barrel, throw it, all that stuff. I could just throw the P again. Alright, this guy is a bit of a jerk, just because he's random. That part's fixed, but now it's random for how long he actually goes. Which means I can't really predict where he's going to stop, which is just annoying. Wastes a few seconds, usually.
Is all the bosses like this? They're all RNG?
Well, I mean, they're not RNG, but some of them are,
Like random, I mean,
yeah, some of them are really manipulable. Like that ghost boss. The dragon is really, really simple. So we just rescued Goofy, and he tells us that up ahead we're gonna need a rope. So we have to go here to go get the rope. It's kind of one of those, it feels like it's non-linear, but really you can't sequence break most of it, so... Unless we find a way to climb walls without getting the rope first. You're supposed to grab that jar, that barrel, and take it all the way up here, but we can damage boost. And now it's a Quickman stage. Except not nearly as bad. Now this boss is mostly, he's a fixed pattern, but it's mostly annoying because oh good, I got that glitch. I'm really, really happy about that. His window where he's vulnerable is just so small. So you barely have time to get the hit on him before he goes away, depending on how fast you get the block in the middle. So every once in a while you'll lose a cycle here, just because you can't quite pick things up and throw them quickly enough. Now we have the rope, means we can climb walls. They really, really did a pretty good job getting all the controls workable when you only have 2 face buttons. It's quite impressive. You don't have to menu to use anything except the flute, which lets you exit a level you've already been in. Everything else is just, like, down in one, or run up against the wall and hit one, that type of thing. Crap, okay. It was a little slow, because I hesitated there. You can kind of get through one extra section a little quicker. One of the interesting things is when you're small, you don't kill enemies when you bounce on them, you just bounce off them. So I'm going to use that here to bounce off that vulture, and then go like that. Instead of potentially having to killing the vulture and then falling down, etc. Speaking of vultures, this one's a jerk. Just like that. I shouldn't get hit by him, but he kind of flies in awfully. And yes, these are basically thwimps. This is a nice little in-game shortcut here. Cuts out a significant portion of this level that most of the runners, we didn't even know about it. To the point where the TAS, which is somewhat recently created by Mephistus, wasn't even using that, and someone had noted in the commentary on the TAS videos page that, hey, you know, there's this skip here, and a couple other runners picked up on that and did a couple runs for record. And then I managed to put some runs together and get a good time.
That didn't even seem like a boss fight.
That boss is really, really easy because the invulnerability frames. The vulnerability. This is a full level skip, by the way. So, watch closely. Basically, you put the spring above the key, closer than I put it. And then you just clip right through the ceiling there. Open the door and go through. I think it works because the spring tries to bring your sprite down, and the key keeps you from going down further. So it just gets confused as to where you should be, and puts you at a higher Y value.
Man, that's like the 3rd time you broke the game. I didn't really test it out as much.
Yeah, unfortunately that's not too useful anywhere else, but... what that noise was.
That was
Sorry, you may have heard my
Game
Skype.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I just unmuted my microphone. As soon as I did, someone messaged me on Skype, of course. This looks like a really cool Mickey Mouse game, though. I'm actually a really big fan of the Mickey Mouse games for Super Nintendo.
The Magical Quest
Looks
games.
really cool, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mickey and Minnie and Mickey and Donald and stuff.
Yep.
This one's better though, because you teabag every boss fight.
Well, yeah, your main attack is the butt stomp. And only the best Mickey games have butt stomp. And that means Castle of Illusion and Land of Illusion. And I'll leave it up to people when they play to decide which is better, but the Castle of Illusion for Master System is better than the Genesis one, so... But people can decide otherwise, they'd just be wrong.
Because their opinion doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, well, not to me, but I respect their nostalgia. But I think objectively it's probably... I've heard people say objectively the Master System one is better, but... okay. I recovered that. This boss is a bit of a jerk. And it's underwater, which... Sega doesn't know how to make water physics. They really don't. Just look at Sonic. Just look at Sonic 1.
I know, I was about to say that. You ruined my joke.
They basically just make everything lag. They're like, oh, we'll just make things slower. Okay. You're underwater now.
I was gonna be like, basically, look at every Sonic game.
Hated water anything when I was a kid, like... video games like this.
But seriously, when you duck down
You
the
don't-
barrel, you don't get moved. Wow.
Alright, so now we've saved Donald.
Nice.
I don't like this game anymore. You didn't get to teabag the crap.
Well, when teabagging, you might want to stay away from crabs.
Well, yeah, you're right. You know what? You saved it.
So, like, how many more bosses are there? Are you on the last stage?
I am on the
or-
next to last stage here. And I feel
Okay.
like I have maybe... I might be on like a low 27 pace. Which is really good.
Okay.
What's your
Yeah, you're at 2250 right now.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't really know what that means.
your personal best?
2652, which is the record. I also have the record for 100%. If you see the stars that I pick up every now and then, there's actually 14 of them. And then the game tells you at the end how many you got. Oh, there's also Castle of Illusion HD, which is a good game too. So, the 2013 one. This is the final level, and it's a bit of a puzzle level. So this is a straightforward part, but the bad water down there is instant death, obviously.
Looks like soda pop to me.
So this is the puzzle area where you need to figure out how to get... See that bad water? It's bad right now. What am I doing waiting there? Well, once we lift this switch, you're gonna see it's gonna turn into good water. I'm taking it a little easy there, just it's easy to get hit. I just duped the key. I've never done that there.
Oh,
and that saves a fair amount of time, actually. Probably 5 to 10 seconds? Because you have to go all the way back to the left to go get the key again to open this gate that I opened with it. And
Was duping the key
now
intentional, or
I'm
you
nervous.
trying to do that?
I am trying to do it all the time, but I'm always trying to do it, but oh no. Oh man, I got really nervous there. Sorry. I've never duped that key.
Okay.
And then the Mimic got me. So this is a really stupid part of the puzzle. You have to hit this Mimic over on this side of those spikes, because this is a... I just screwed it up. That is a solid wall. I forgot I can't do that. So anyway,
Uh-oh.
it's not a big deal.
So did you just lose all the time? You just saved by...
Oh, I lost all of it by dying the first time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's alright though. I have it recorded, so I know it's possible now. So you just saw, like, this water was bad too, and that's why you need to go hit that switch. So the first time you play, it takes a few times through to kind of figure out, okay, well, wait a minute. This is upside down, and how do I do all this? And that nonsense. Alright, final boss time. Should have no trouble with this boss, except that I hit the wrong direction first. No big deal. I'm still flustered.
You're in shock. It's okay.
I am, yeah. So now the pattern is going to be weird, but that's okay. Keeps things interesting. So now he goes up on the ceiling.
And a demon.
It is the Phantom, according to the game. It's actually the horned demon from the Black Cauldron, with different colors. I believe that's what it is.
Let me know when we're getting close to time.
We are close. I have 2 more hits.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick up like a big gem in the middle, and then it's time. But I'll call it as well.
Okay.
Time.
$28, $21.
Alright, well, with the deaths, that's not bad. I'm just still flustered from that key dupe.
It definitely, like, watch it a ton of times and maybe you'll be able to do it again.
Yeah, it's really, yeah. It's really tricky, like, I mean, you throw that key at that door
Right.
every time you play the game, so that's the only time I've ever gotten it. I'm assuming that it's in the tab.